Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my chest is feeling better. It's starting to heal. It's nice. It's really nice. I just got up. I've been up actually for a little bit. I got up at 7. Like my eyes opened at 7. I was up late too. I made that video last night. I didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm up 7. Wide awake. I'm good to go too. I'm okay. I'm good. But I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do today. And last night I was trying to think of what I want to do, and I talked about going to Henry Ford, and I was tired last night, and I forgot, kind of to touch on the other reason why I wanted to go, and I told everyone that the reason why I wanted to go there because of history and because of Margarita. We've been there before. And I had history there. And the other reason why is I worked there. I used to be a cook. I was a porter boy and washing dishes. I worked my way up to an assistant cook. I was gonna go to school to be a sous chef. And so I was really good in there. I was really good at what I did, and the chefs seen that, and they allowed me to help them all the time, and I got a lot of stories about that place. That place is cool, man. It's one of the coolest places I've ever been in the world, actually, and that's why I want to go there to show you guys. Because when I worked there, not only is it a cool place, the people that work there are really, they have an interest in life. You know what I mean? That's why they work there. The stuff that they do there, it's really high class stuff. And they the stuff they do is cool, man. When I worked there, we did the World Chocolate exhibit. Famous people from all over the world were coming over. And it was cool, man. We were putting, cutting up steaks and mixing them with chocolate, it was cool, man. We were making the Spanish dishes with the chicken and paprika and chocolate, which is a really weird taste. Chicken and chocolate, and paprika. It's an odd taste, cocoa, but it's good. It was good, And the reason why I want to take you there too is I got stories about people that work there, and things that have happened there. I know a lot of stuff there too because when you work there, I had a free pass, and what was cool about working there too is I could bring people there for free, and so it was like I could be there at work, and like people could call me, which they did, and I would go downstairs and show my badge, and I could let 4 people in, and you're talking $30 a person a head, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's $120 right there, So it was kind of convenient, and it was nice. And what's funny is I actually got fired for 2 reasons. One for smoking weed, and the second one was for trying to help. I'm serious. I got fired from it, and this is what happened. I'll tell you, this is stupid. So I worked upstairs, in the kitchen upstairs, and $1 million kitchen, by the way. Stainless steel, had a power washer. You just push on the wall, spray the wall, right down the floor, push it into a big giant garbage disposal on the floor with a squeegee, and you're done. You just pick up the plastic, everything else, but the food and everything else, you could have this big kitchen done clean in just a few minutes, 15 minutes. It was insane. But we'd take the trash downstairs and put it in the cart, and there was a trash compactor, a really big one, and it was kind of slow and old, and when you'd push the button, it'd take about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes just to compact and come back. So underneath where I worked was Michigan Cafe. It was part of Henry Ford, but It was like I did catering for like weddings. That we did there, like we hosted the big events, like I was somebody there. And but downstairs was Michigan Cafe, they just made food for people that were there, like students and stuff, like that type of stuff. And I worked there as well sometimes too, I would sub there because, like people would, call off, they'd ask me, do you want any extra work? And I'd be like, yeah, I'll go down there, because I worked for Henry Ford. But Michigan Cafe, I worked at night, at night. We did weddings, so Michigan Cafe was closed down below us. And they didn't take all their trash and put it in the trash compactor. They just left it outside of the trash compactor. And I'm talking a couple carts, those gray carts you fill up with the wheels, if you can think of what I'm talking about. Like 2 or 3 of them, I swear. And, I was with this kid that, I actually knew from the neighborhood, we worked together, and his mom worked there. But we both said, at the same time, like, look, we got to put that trash in there because if we don't, everybody's going to think that we left our trash down there and that's our trash. And that's the truth. So, because, the boss would come through, even though if we told him the lady was crazy is the reason why our real boss wasn't there that day. We had some weird lady that worked from another department that was just subbing for that night. And I'll tell you what happened. It's crazy. It's stupid. This whole situation is stupid. I lost my job for the most stupidest reason, man. So we put all the trash in. We were like, fuck it. We'll just hurry up, put the trash in there, compact it, and then we'll put our trash in there and then just hit the compact button and then walk upstairs, and it'll be full, it'll be, empty for, the next people, And, Michigan Cafe kind of knew that, you know what I mean? We kind of worked to help each other out sometimes, they were really busy, and the lady didn't understand that was working there, that was subbing. And it was stupid because I tried to explain it to her. She's like, you can just come back tomorrow. So I did, but I'll tell you, she fired me, man. And the reason why she took my badge, because you got to have a badge to get security to go in there, like clearance, She's like, give me your badge. I'm like, why? She's like, you're fired. So I was like, this is crazy, dude. Like, well, who's your boss, And it was late at night, so there was no one there, Like, it was... But anyways, she smelled the weed on me, because, like, I went and smoked, man. Because we threw the trash in real quick, you know what I mean? And, I was kind of in charge, and he was a little bit younger, and I threw the trash in there and stuff, and I went out to my car real quick to grab a joint and smoke, I smoked in my car, okay, I took a couple puffs, and I ran back, and when I came back, he was, like, acting weird. He's like, bro, he's like, we were taking too long, and she came down here wondering what was taking so long, and I didn't, I couldn't tell her what you were doing, so I told her you went to have a smoke out in your car. I'm like, why would you tell her that, you stupid fuck, But I was, I didn't get to tell him, what to tell her, I didn't think anything like that was going to happen. And she smoked the weed on me, man, and that's why she took my badge. That's stupid, man. And I came back the next day, right? And they wouldn't let me in because, one, I didn't have my badge. And then when I told the security that I worked there, they called and was like, this is who, blah, blah, blah. And they wanted to talk to my boss. The person that hired me ended up quitting. That's why she was subbing. He ended up getting a job at the Ritz-Carlton and quit Henry Ford without telling anybody. Which is kind of shady. It's kind of shitty, like you work, like he was getting paid, 100, over $100,000 a year to be a chef at Henry Ford, and you just leave, you know what I mean, and not, tell anybody, like, put your time in. I mean, I get, companies and places do stupid stuff, like, I just got fired, so that's why I didn't because when I found out that he quit, I didn't pursue it anymore. I was like, I could probably get my job back, but I just gave up, man, and But yeah, that's why I'm gonna be going there, you know, and I can tell you guys about stuff, and you know, I already told you the other reasons, but I wanted to touch on that. So, but I'm gonna go riding today because it's still an overcast day. You know, I looked at the weather. You know, I use Open Weather Map on my Linux machine, on my Linux machine right here. This is my main workstation, um, which I got to take down, and it's part of one of the computers I got, you know, and that I use for business and for you know, for other things, you know. I check my emails on this all the time. You know, I do a lot of stuff on this, man, and you know, like it's got updates. I had to update it real quick. You know, this dude, these keyboards, these Robocops, these Ajax keyboards are these bees, man. They're mechanical keyboards, and just the feedback on your hands and like the way it types. Sorry, I gotta type my password in. Update real quick. But you know, it's nice, man, and like I use it for my weather, which I can download Open Weather Map on my small Acer laptop, which I haven't got to it yet. Because I need it, you know. But I use this here, you know, right now. You know, I just got a little tab up there, you know. I just click down here and, you know, it tells me, you know, like the percentage of the weather and stuff. And the reason why I like using this is one, too, I'm going to be using their system to track data and track weather. I'm going to be paying for a subscription through them, and I'm going to be getting a key. And I'm going to be getting weather data from them. And you got to learn how to use their system. I got to learn how to use their system's very simple, and the reason why it's very simple and they make you do the work, the leg work, is one, you know, they want you to, you know, you got to know what you're doing weather-wise. You know, you got to understand the stuff, the input of what you're putting into their computer systems to get the correct data, because if you don't put in the correct input, you know, you're not going to get the correct output in a sense. So you got to understand that stuff. And they give you a key for security purposes, and they let you use their systems for free for only so long, so much data. And then once you pass that data for, you know, calculations, weather calculations and stuff, they start charging you. And so once you go over that data cap, and I don't know how much data I'm going to be using, you know, I haven't even used that stuff yet. I got to fix this. I was running some HTTP stuff, and you know, I was building my own website, and one of the packages that I downloaded from Source is the package is broken, and I gotta fix it. It's just little minor stuff. You all understand that stuff. You'll learn all that stuff. Like if you get into Linux, or if you don't already know it, you know, you'll get it. You know, it's just this stuff is. It's simple stuff. It can be frustrating at first if you don't know it, you know what I mean? Because the terminal is kind of like, I don't know what it is about the terminal. It's kind of intimidating a little bit. As far as I still have internet, I do know also that, you know, like my company, the last company I had, they let me go once or twice, you know what I mean? 2 months in without paying it, you know, before they shut it off. So, but probably the same with Spectrum. That was WoW does it. I don't know. I'm assuming Spectrum does, because I still have internet. It looks like so. I got my bill today for DTE for the bill. It was only $50 this month, so it wasn't bad. It's not bad for one person. $50 for the month. But you know, I conserve energy. You know what I mean. I spend a lot of time trying to do that. You know, because I'm gonna be on the boat and I got to get used to it. And I was really bad at that. You know, like wasting stuff. Margarita kind of got me really conscious of that. With like plastic bags and stuff. She hates plastic bags. She hates it. Like if I have a plastic bag, like if I go to the store and I don't need a plastic bag, she'll get upset if I grab one. I'm serious. She'll get upset with me. And I'm happy about that because, you know, like I'm conscious of it, you know, like now that she, you know, like I care what she thinks, you know, like I don't throw plastic in the trash, you know, I put it in the recycle bin because of her, you know. And other reasons too, I care too, you know. It made me think like, okay, well, I care too, you know. I do. I always have, but I wasn't, you know, like conscious of it, and if I did, I didn't care at that point because of the situation. It's not that I didn't care overall. I was just, I would justify the reason to not, be responsible in a sense. But yeah, it's just updating stuff. But yeah, you got these right here, and I like using this system, man. And and I've been using this for a lot of studying, because they're like cheat sheets for my programming and for all these different languages for me building my programs and for my for scripting and all that other stuff. It's been really helpful, actually. Really, really helpful, because this stuff is hard. It really is, when you're getting into that stuff and you don't know it. I've been doing this stuff for a long time too. I'm 34. I've been started this stuff. I've been doing this stuff over 15 years now. It's going on. 16 years, 17 years. I started at 13, 12. Even before that. I wasn't really into Linux though until my early teens. But I was still messing with Windows computers and playing games and stuff. I didn't really get into the networking aspect and the hacking aspect and all that other stuff, networking and servers and like I was really good. Like I was really big into Counter-Strike back in the day, and I still play, like first person shooters, Call of Duty and stuff, but I'm older now, my interests change, I take care of a family, I'm a father, I've been in prison, I've done crazy stuff, I don't have interest in to play games like that no more. I play them still, I just don't. I want to sail. That's my interest. I want to do those type of things. And do YouTube. I enjoy doing these videos. Which actually, I'm not gonna make it too long of a video this morning. I want to get out there, and I'm gonna try to get biking today because the weather says it's only 30%. Right here it says it's only 30%, 27%. Actually, it said 30 earlier this morning, about an hour ago, and now it went down. So that's even better. It means it's probably not gonna rain today, which means I need to get out there. And I went to go download this app, which they want to pay for a subscription, and I gotta add a card to it, so I can use this app to find some bike trails, man. Because, I know the areas around where I grew up, and bike, but when I was younger, I didn't travel like I want to now and bike, and I don't know all these areas. And it's actually kind of hard to Google where you're going to go and trying to think of where you're going to go when you Google map, like, the Appalachian trails and stuff. And, and I'm kind of limited on time, so... And I know how computers and systems work. So, I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if there's an app. Because there's other bikers out there, right? It makes sense, So I'm like, there's got to be other people that already did the legwork, man, that, and there's all these bikers and biker companies, they got all these trails, and they sponsor stuff. So they must, people know where this stuff is. There's got to be forums, some type of, website or anything, you know what I mean? So I started sourcing stuff, and I found an app, and I'm gonna try it out, I don't want to, like, I was trying to think of, like, should I show you guys now, but I'm gonna, I want to check it out first and test it before I show everyone, I don't want to waste my time. So, I didn't use that just yet. I might. The subscription's it's $30 a year. So it's not bad. It's worth it, if it's good. And also the reason, like, I post on my Facebook what it does, like, and I'm thinking about really downloading it because you can map out not only... Well, the reason why I'm really, really wanting it, because the GPS that I have, you can mark stuff and you can, check things offline if you don't have, like, service, which it does, like, offline mapping. It's, so you could take, like, the card out and you can put it on your computer and you can, look at where you've been, and that's convenient. But, I looked at Google Maps and, I found this place that's kind of close, and I haven't been there, so It says it has trails, MTB trail, and we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I want to get some footage. I want to ride before I go home and go to places I haven't been. But that app you can mark and track on the phone, where you been. So like if I ever go, um, you know, ride again, I have it. It's already saved. And it tells me, that like it maps it out, and then that's kind of convenient too for like if I record it about the app, all these bike trails I'm gonna be doing. You guys, I can map them out, and edit them, and you guys can see actual, where I've been and where it was at, So other people that may be interested that can go. So I gotta figure all that out too, and that stuff takes time and. So I gotta get the biking in, I'm gonna try to keep this, this video short, not an hour, just a half an hour, so I only got like 10 more minutes. I gotta eat and stuff and make food and, the routine, Smoke, like, no, I'm gonna smoke. So that's another thing, concentrates, man, I do marijuana. I smoke marijuana. And I'm off parole. That's another thing. I'm off parole. Even if it wasn't legal, I'd still smoke it. I'm just being honest. Two, it's legal. I'm off parole, and it feels good. It feels good, so I'm gonna celebrate, and you all can celebrate with me. So, I only got a little bit left. I got this Lit Labs is pretty good. I like it. It's cheaper too. I like the more expensive stuff. There's this brand called Loco. At the Flower Bowl, I talked about in a video where I go. But it's expensive, man. It's $30 for 2 grams, and this is only $10 a gram. So I'm getting 3 grams for 30 instead of just 2. But the quality isn't there, and the taste is there. The quality's there. The high is there. Everything's there. It's the same high and all that stuff. But the way they extract it, it's alcohol based, and you can tell when you smoke it. But when I go there, sometimes I'm limited on money, and I like to get flower every time. I smoke a lot of flower. I prefer the flower over everything, to be honest with you. But also concentrates work. You can take one hit and it lasts a while. Sometimes weed just doesn't get me there, and I actually like smoking concentrates in the morning. Like right when I first get up, after I already talked to the Lord and, cleaned up a little bit and do a video, I guess, now, because that's my new routine. But concentrates last a while, too, if you're not smoking a lot, if you learn how to conserve it. And another thing, legality. I'm going to be in international waters, I'm going to be going into countries where this stuff might not be legal. And it's kind of frustrating me because, one, I don't want it on the boat if it's illegal. Because, one, I don't want Margarita to have problems. She smokes too, by the way. Two, I'm gonna have it on my boat. I have to, And different concentrates and stuff, I can put this stuff on the boat, and it's less likely if somebody comes in the boat, that's authoritative, to, make a big deal out of it, Because I could put this in a container, like, with food or whatever, you know what I mean, and stuff. Like, and I'm bringing, I'm going to bring this. So, yeah. Yeah, you guys have a talk with me this morning, why not? So, this was, I had some last night, which I finished. There was 2 brands, actually. Well, 2 strands. I shouldn't say brands, because they're both Lit Labs. There were Memory Loss and Jet Fuel. Sometimes I like mixing them. And they actually sell the mix, too. They'll mix them, they'll mix certain things together. And they sell one that they mix. It's called Maui Aoi or Thai. And some other strand, sherbet. It's like bright orange. That stuff rocks. That stuff will get you there. But they don't They only have it every once in a while. I never really see it. But this is it's called Gary Payton. And it's really crumbly. More crumbly than the other stuff. And I'm gonna celebrate today. I'm off parole, man. I worked hard for it. I've been working really, really hard. It's worth it. You should do it. So, there you go. I'm gonna get a nice hit. I'm gonna shake it off a little bit. So I gotta sit the phone down. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I was not really planning on taking a hit, actually. I'm seeing it. That looks kind of good right now. I'm out of fluid. I gotta go get some. There's some left, but it's empty. Hopefully I have enough to get a hit in. So, I've done a lot of welding, actually. I worked in the metal business. I've done cars and the plasma cutter, on a plasma cutter, if you ever use a torch, you know what I'm talking about, a cutting torch. If you never use one, the heat is really at the tip of the flame. You don't want to put it close like that. You want to back it off. You see where the blue is? Believe it or not, you'd think it's hotter, towards the tip. It's not like the tip of the gun. It's not. You got to go to the tip of the flame where that blue flame is. That's where all the heat is. That's where it's going to be the hottest. That's where it's going to cut through the metal. So, just so you know. If you don't know that, you know now. So, I hate the way this shit smells sometimes. The black, I don't know, the soot. The Lit Labs is a little more harsh than the other brands. It is. It's a little bit cheaper. Like I said, it's ethanol, it's alcohol based. Makes me nauseous sometimes, like if I get too big of a hit. I gotta close my eyes and sit back for a second. Plus, that's concentrate too, that's another reason why. But yeah, I'm good. I got SpongeBob over here. I gotta clean all this stuff up, man. Take that down. I finished packing up the rest of my clothes last night, and yeah, it wasn't so bad. I had to go through all my clothes, man, to figure out what I wanted, and when I came home, I gained a lot of weight, from prison, and then I gained more weight working at jobs 72 hours a week, and then, I lost all the weight biking, man, and all this riding and, yoga. So, I lost weight and I had to get all new clothes and, and I like nice stuff. And it's, I'm going to be traveling, so I'm limited on space. And, I don't want to carry all this stuff, and I got to be able to come back to the vehicle and, and then I want more clothes, but I got to get down there and get more clothes, It's hard to find, summer stuff in Michigan out of season. The only place that really sells bathing suits, that type of stuff, which the bathing suit I had don't fit me anymore, so I gotta get one, is Target. Target sells bathing suits. They always have. And they always got, really good female bathing suits, too. So I might go there and get Margarita something, too, So I already got her other stuff. I want to make sure she has nice stuff on the boat, She knows, she's going to be buying stuff too, but I like buying stuff for her. It makes me feel good, and she buys stuff for me too all the time. She's bought me my rolling tray. She's bought me my coffee mug, She's bought so much stuff for me, you know what I mean? And she, my cream for my knee, my knee hurts really bad. She bought this little special stuff that was, handmade. This woman made this stuff, and it was, really good, and I still have it. Like, I don't even like using it because I don't see her right now, and I don't want to run out of it. You know what I mean? So I kind of really just it's right here. This stuff's good, man. She got it from some lady over here in Michigan that makes it, and it's called Green Magic. Green Magic Farms, established 2000. It's called White Pine Vapor Rub, and it's handmade. Dude, this stuff is amazing. I'm telling you, whoever makes this woman, she knows what she's doing. It takes the pain right out of my knee. You can tell I use it. I use a lot of it actually. You don't have to use a lot of it though, too. That's what's cool about it. You only gotta use a little bit. It's better than the Vicks. It really is. I'm telling you, this stuff works good. And it says organic olive oil, white pine, beeswax, cocoa butter, menthol crystals, essential oils of eucalyptus, rosemary, tea tree, spearmint, peppermint, and lavender. So I smell it a lot. Like, I'll do that because if I'm sick or something, that's what I've been doing with it. Because I don't want to, I'm not going to see her still for a while. I only talk to her once in a while, she's so busy and, it hurts too. Like when we talk, when we do talk, it hurts, So we kind of just, we go for a decent amount of period of time without talking. Because we know that we're not gonna, we know each other. Like, we know we love each other. We know that we're not gonna do anything. Look, man, I don't have to have sex. That's another thing we be talking about with yoga. And sexual stuff. There's a really big spiritual thing with it. A lot of people don't understand that. And I'm gonna touch a lot of topics on that and stuff. But yeah, I listen to the radio a lot. Sorry. She like PD do semi-life. She tries to retreat it. She believes it's in the garage. David too. It sounds like something's going on around here. So I listen to the radio. One, I was already into that stuff too before I got locked up. Two, I've been in boot camp. I've been in the we'll talk later. But I listen to it. And I'm gonna be getting a ham radio and several radios, and I got to be able to use this. I got to be able to communicate for emergency purposes. And Coast Guard, where if they try to flag me down, I got to have this stuff. And I know how to use this stuff. And yeah. So if they're interested in this stuff, it's cool. I'm selling my mirror, man. I don't want to sell my mirror. It's an expensive mirror, man. It's over $1,000 for this mirror. I paid $800 for it, man. And that's as big as the wall. And people are bitching about it. I listed it for $300, and people are like, I'm serious. They're like, I would never pay $300 for a mirror. Like, bro, do you even know? Like, first of all, it's not like a fucking mirror you find in your bathroom. It's not cheap. It's a designer mirror. And it's big as the wall. It's a hanging mirror. Like, come on. Get out of here, bro. There's people that comment like, damn, that's a nice mirror. Because they know what it is, I don't want to get rid of it. All this stuff I don't want to get rid of, man. I actually asked the Lord let me find a way to keep this stuff. And put it in a storage unit. Just get a bigger storage unit. And just get it down there. I really don't want to sell all my stuff, man. I will. I have. I've already sold most of it. All I have is my furniture left. I'm serious. All I have is my furniture. A little bit of computer hardware stuff, because I got to do YouTube, I got to work, I got to do business. My TV and my clothes. This furniture, if they don't, I listed those for $20 a piece. I didn't even list that. I'd probably just give that away. I listed that for, I paid $200 for the desk, and, I think I paid like $100 for this. I don't remember, $50 or something like that. So I listed it for $150. I'll take $100 for it. Somebody comes gets it. 2 people messaged me on it, but they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna show up after work. No, dead. Nothing. So, and I got my glass end tables, man, they're they're broken, in little spots. I gotta glue them, I gotta glue this piece back down. I have all the little pieces, and it's cracked in this part, but I feel like it gives it character, and it's this isn't her stuff, it's not, that's cost $150 a piece to get those, you know what I mean? It's not, $150. People laugh, that's cheap, but it's really not if you think about it. Just for an end table, $150 just for an end table. This, I paid $350 for this. This $600-$700 table. This is real wood. This is, you know what I mean. This is expensive, man. And the reason why I got a deal on it is because I had this little thing right here. And that's why I bought it, because they gave me a deal on it. I want to keep it. I don't even want to sell it. I didn't even list it yet. I got this kit, this is, my aunt got me this, man. This is a kit, the clock. There's a key that goes to it on the back. I put my pictures in it. All my family pictures go in it. It's a safe, and, I don't want to get rid of this stuff, man, Like this chair, it's a designer chair. It's got all these little tabs on the side, and it's clean. It's not dirty. I still got the matching pillow, it's always been covered. I uncovered it recently to take the photos. I have it listed for $150, it's that paid, $400, $350 plus tax, So, it's not cheap stuff, the couch is 20 years old, but it's $8,000 couch. It's a real leather couch, and like this. Like, you don't see this. It's a freaking high heel chair. Like, who has it? I've never seen anyone with that. I look it up on Facebook. I see other ones, but not like that. I haven't seen another one like that. And how do you price that? How do you, and, what number do you put on it? I was thinking $50, you know what I mean? But I want to keep it. I don't really want to sell it. I like it from Margarita. It's cute. You put it by the walk-in closet in her home. You know what I mean? She can sit on it, and she puts her shoes on or does her makeup. You know what I mean? It's, she can give it to our daughter, or whoever, whatever, I don't want to get rid of this stuff. Like my lamp. I got, like, look at the light bulb, it's a custom light bulb, it's antique stuff. They don't have that stuff, my pictures. These pictures, these are all hand painted, look at that, it's beautiful. It's all gold, which, it's funny, I painted this to match the person that had this house, and they did the carpet and the walls, but this was like all fucked up and stupid looking, so I painted it copper, gold, to match all my furniture and stuff and all the wood and, even this table. Like this table, a lot of people think this is not much, right? It doesn't look like much. But this is from the 1950s, man. It's got a metal top, so you spill stuff on it, you can just wipe it off. It comes clean in 2 seconds, And it's still got the original paint, And it's old, you don't see that stuff no more. You don't. Like my bread, like my bread thing, look at that, it's metal. This thing's heavy, it ain't cheap stuff, man, and I don't want to get rid of it. The cheapest stuff I got is my fridge and my stove, and I listed it for $300. I might just let it go for $200, $100 a piece. My stickers and stuff, I was tired of how white it was. It was just ugly, and it's got that dent and stuff. So I started putting stickers on it, just random shit, Yeah, but I'm gonna start getting ready. I want to get some footage in today, and I gotta clean up the backyard today. I'm gonna try to get that in today too. I gotta go through the rest of my tools and get everything out my garage, which, yeah, I'm gonna move all that stuff, and I still haven't got some phone calls and the stuff, and I gotta leave soon, so I might have to put all that stuff in a storage unit. And, I gotta go rent a U-Haul, and somebody doesn't give me a ride. You know what I mean? Let me, they don't come over help me with their truck, or and so. And I already know how people act. This is how they are. That's why I'm leaving though too. So I'm gonna go find new people, man. I'm telling you, find real people. I'm tired of this place. Detroit's good place, just odd, People, they're hardened people. That's why. That's why they act like the way they do. But we're all not like that, as you can see. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go, man. I'm hungry. I gotta eat a bowl of cereal, and I gotta get I feel like eating a bowl of cereal this morning, and I gotta drink some coffee, and I gotta make some money today. I could go to the plasma place. I don't want to go that way though. I'm not going that way. I'm not going there today. I got ways how to make money. I can go. I still got all that stuff. I still got other stuff to list too. And I still got a lot of stuff to do. I don't know. I'm gonna go ride though. I'm gonna go eat and try to get some footage. Go ride because it's not that far away. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.